Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas.
Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals
and the Las Vegas Raiders.
The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion. And sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Baker going to throw this right away. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed, because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
Evan McPherson for the extra point.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Makes the score Bengals 7, Raiders 0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
I can hear the film session right now. I can hear the coach saying to his team, guys, How does a guy that big get that open?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Imagine him as a kid trying to play hide and seek.
No chance.
No chance. He goes to hide behind the skinny tree. You see the front, the back, the top. Good luck.
Yeah, you see him. You don't see the tree.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Mayfield to throw it. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 12-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
1st down, Mayfield. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Bengals' 6-yard line.
Second and 4. They could still get a 1st down without scoring. They'll try the left side. Bishop. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Amari Cooper, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Burrow on play action. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
On one, right?
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
He'll look to throw.
He's got it complete to Tolbert.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
4 catches for him in the wild card win a week ago, and he's got his first here, and it's a 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people.
Here we go.
But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
Divine Diablo there to make the stop.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
On one, ready?
A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And he's out right at the 25. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Raiders... Now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Mayfield off the play fake. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. He's got room at the 30.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Raiders are going to get a new set of downs.
7-7, our score after 1.
With the score tied 7-7.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Mayfield. This is caught. Touchdown Raiders. Darren Waller, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Raiders have moved out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
Raiders 14, Bengals 7.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Here we go, here we go.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Burrow. It's caught. Tolbert. And he'll be out right at the 35. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Here we go.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, out of my way, and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
Here we go, here we go.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
I'm fine, ready?
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Gun.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
11.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
Here we go.
Burrow going to keep it on the sneak. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Well, you just totally get the sense there that a field goal was not in the game plan at all.
And the boys up front, they created the surge. I think they knew that they had the leverage advantage.
Oh, that's a great point there. Being able to get lower than the defensive front, create just enough space. And I love when those quarterbacks get low and slide in there and get it done.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Here we go.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. And they go play action now. Burrow steps away. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. A tough time to take the sack. Now it's 4th and goal, and that's a loss of 6.
McPherson's kick is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw, Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
Play fake, Mayfield. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Mayfield on play action. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here we go, here we go.
From midfield now, Burrow. Now they go screen. It's complete. And some room to run now. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
Hey, we got to go score. Let's go.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Burrow will throw. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On one, ready?
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
11 empty.
Here's Burrow. And he wisely will throw that one away. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
But whatever they called on defense, they made sure they were ready for the pass on that snap, made the proper adjustments, and helped force an incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Throwing, Mayfield. He's going to let it go again. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Over the middle into the hands of Woods. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round from the 6. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room.
Here we go.
But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow.
Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Ready?
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Ready?
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
That's into the hands of Tolbert.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
Right back to Tolbert.
Touchdown, Bengals! From 19 yards away.
And the Bengals have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin.
And he's into the clear. The 30. 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah,
he's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Mayfield's throw complete here to Waller. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Bengals force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
The Bengals drive about to get going. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
11.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Room here to run. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's got some space here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
11 Tommy. 11 Mighty. 11 Mighty. 12. 12.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
On 2.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The long
Nichols drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. McPherson's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
22, Raiders 16.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Mayfield now. Same target. It's Jacobs again. And he is going to have the Raiders first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Jacobs going to try the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 20-yard line. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
McPherson now for the extra point.
And the lead is now 13.
He is good. Makes the score Bengals 29, Raiders 16.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started.
Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll...
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Devontae Wyatt
In there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down. They get the sack on the blitz, but it was 3rd and inches. Are you surprised like I am they weren't running the football there?
I'm right there with you. I would have thought it worst. Quarterback sneak, try and pick up the first down and move on. But instead, I think they thought they could catch him by surprise and maybe hit something deep.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Desperation time. Mayfield on fourth down. He's got his receiver, Cooper.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. That's complete to his tight end, Waller.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores. And they've really got to get some yards in chunks. And they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And this is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Raiders go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself.
Here we go.
But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now Burrow to throw on second down. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Shotgun. Cut. 11 common.
Now Burrow. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Taken in at the 22. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, first and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. With the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Mayfield. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. He's got room at the 30. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Mayfield. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
5 yards remain on second down. Mayfield. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead.
Mayfield to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here's Baker. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
One last shot from Mayfield here. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. And they have secured a spot